What is the cutest mistake you've ever seen someone make? My girlfriend had a stroke at 29. No warning, no family history, just collapsed in our kitchen while making coffee on a Tuesday morning. 3 weeks in the ICU, another 2 in rehab, relearning everything. How to walk without holding the rails. How to hold a spoon without her hand shaking. How to say her own name without slurring the syllables together. The doctors said she was lucky. I didn't feel lucky watching her struggle to remember which shoe goes on which foot. Week 5, they started intensive speech therapy. I'd sit in on the sessions because they wanted me to practice the exercises with her at home. The therapist was this older guy, super patient, but he had this clinical way of correcting her that made my chest hurt every time. That Tuesday, he was running her through basic object recognition. Flashcards with pictures, stuff a toddler could do, and she was trying so hard. Forehead scrunched up, biting her bottom lip the way she always did when she was concentrating. He held up a picture of an apple. She got it immediately. Apple, clear as day. I almost cheered. Next card, water bottle. Water, perfect. I was feeling hopeful for the first time in weeks. Maybe she was really turning a corner. Maybe we'd get through this faster than the doctors predicted. Then he pulled out a picture of a diamond ring. She stared at it, just stared. I watched her eyes moving over the image, saw her mouth open and close a few times. 10 seconds passed, then 20. The therapist waited, pen hovering over his notes, that patient expression he always wore. I knew she knew what it was. I could see it in her face, that frustrated look when the word is right there, but your brain won't let you grab it. She'd get that look a lot during therapy, and it killed me every single time. Finally, she looked away from the card. Looked directly at me instead, pointed at the picture with her left hand, the one that still worked properly, and said, "Promise." The therapist made a mark in his notebook. "No, that's incorrect. Look at the picture again. What is this object called?" But she wasn't looking at the picture anymore. She was still looking at me, still pointing, and she said it again, louder this time, more insistent. "Promise, promise." That's when I lost it. Just completely broke down crying in that plastic chair in the corner. Full body sobs, the kind where you can't catch your breath, the kind where the therapist had to get me tissues from the box they kept for patients, not visitors. Because 6 months before the stroke, we'd driven 3 hours to visit my grandmother. She was 94 in hospice, and she'd asked to see me one more time. When we got there, she was lucid for maybe 20 minutes total. She used 15 of those minutes to take off her wedding ring, the one my grandfather had given her in 1952. White gold with 3 small diamonds. She pressed it into my hand, fingers shaking, and told me to give it to that girl. That's what she called my girlfriend. That girl who looks at you like you hung the moon. I'd shown it to my girlfriend on the drive home. Pulled over at a rest stop somewhere outside Bakersfield. Told her one day, when we had more money saved up, when things were more stable, when I could afford a real proposal and a real wedding, I'd get her one just like it. Maybe even resize grandma's ring if she wanted. Make it official. She'd cried then too. Said she didn't need anything fancy. Said she'd wait as long as I needed. Said the ring was already perfect. The stroke happened 4 months later. Wednesday morning, 6:47 a.m. I remember because I checked my phone when I called 911. Doctor said she'd probably lose some memories, recent ones especially. The brain works backwards like that, they explained. Oldest memories stick, newest ones fade. I figured the ring conversation was gone. It seemed so small compared to everything else she was fighting to remember. Her sister's name, her job, what year it was, but she didn't forget. She forgot the word ring, forgot the clinical term the therapist wanted her to say. But somewhere in her rewiring brain, in whatever neurons were still firing correctly, she'd held on to the promise, held on to what it meant to us. The therapist was staring at me now, completely confused about why I was having a breakdown during a basic vocabulary test. He asked if I needed to step out, catch my breath, maybe get some water from the hall. My girlfriend looked scared, asked if she got it wrong, if she messed up again. Her words were shaky, but clear enough. She kept apologizing, saying she was trying her best. I walked over to her chair, kissed her forehead, and told her she got it exactly right. Told her she was perfect. The therapist tried to move on to the next card, but I waved him off. Told him we were done for the day. He didn't argue, just quietly gathered his materials. We got married 8 months later. Courthouse wedding, nothing fancy. 12 people total. She wore a white dress from Target that cost $47, and I wore the same suit from my grandmother's funeral. And yeah, she wore that ring.